Yeah. Yo, that ass talk, son. I
Hey
mean,
man, what's wrong with y'all, man? What's wrong with
yo,
y'all, man?
all I know is that Homecoming was supposed to be in Atlanta. It wasn't Atlanta. It was in New York. Misfit said Jazz would not come, can't come outside till she battled her. Jazz been outside all year. All of a sudden, we just got a problem here. Cortez said Jazz is ducking smoke from Chrome till Homecoming. I don't know what's up.
First of all, before we get into the weeds of all this real quick, you know what I'm saying? We gotta shout out Jazz for giving the people what they asked for. We've been asking, we want to see a more consistent Jazz. We want to see a Jazz that's back outside more than once a year, twice a year. Additionally, we want to see her on different platforms. We don't want to see her take 5 months to get prepared to write. So let me just recap this. Just in the last, we'll say 13, 14 months. She battled Gaddis,
Mm-hmm,
battled Viixen,
mm-hmm,
battled Geechee,
mm-hmm,
did the 2-on-2 against Shunaru,
mm-hmm.
did the 2-on-2 with Lou Castro
Yes,
against Cake
right.
Life.
Mm-hmm.
I got one question for you.
What's up?
What more you want from her? She said she was gonna be outside 2022. We lining them up. She knocking them down. Men, women, 2-on-2s, small leagues, big leagues. Hold on, you want her back outside right after the Vixen battle? No, she got that. Shout out Shice Raw. She really outside. I'm sorry, Misfit. You don't get to sit your ass on the sideline for 3 years. We ain't seen you since the official battle. And the machine's still not working? The machine's still not working? You talking about, you did that video in 2019. You said, you know something, sis? I set myself up real nice because you can't battle anybody. Shit, she battling everybody but you. And you keep talking about she ducking. Why she ducking your smoke and she ain't ducking Geechee smoke? Hold on. Let me ask you a better question. So we knew JC wanted to battle Surf for like 10 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just because JC wanted the battle and Surf didn't want to do the battle, did we say that Surf was ducking? Because Surf was out here battling other people.
I mean, we would say he ducking playing safe, but you know when you know you could beat somebody, sometimes you just let that play sit. Like yo, I get you when I get a chance to, because I know I'm gonna get the dub off you. We
We
seen that with JC. Like JC
we
wanted that battle so bad when the battle happened.
we have seen this movie before. I.e. Sue Surf versus JC, i.e. John the Don versus Sue Surf. We've seen y'all.
Jack Boy versus John, Chess versus K Sean.
You may get what you want, but you may not want what you get. I'm sorry, we are sitting here making the argument that Jazz shouldn't even be in contention for Woman of the Year right now. That's what the argument is. So why would she be ducking a Misfit who we haven't seen do a one-on-one battle in 3 years? Yeah, you did your thing against Farrah. Yeah, you had some bars against Official. You did your thing in the 2-on-2, but you also slipped up in that battle too. You also disappeared in that 2-on-2. So I'm confused. Why do we move the goalpost when it pertains to Jazz? Because we said Jazz had to be outside to get these bigger plates. We needed to see her more frequently to get these battles that we wanted to see. But Misfit get to jump the line? Misfit can just sit her ass down for 3 years? And really, she's only heard from when Jazz is doing good. She ain't focused on nobody else. Jazz battling here, there, everywhere. She's going to win Woman of the Year under your watch, Misfit. While you sitting here talking about you the best, she's showing us that she the best. And then Cortez, Mr. Bodega. Now I understand Misfit's your girl, Murder Afghan. I get that. But you ain't got a double dutch into the women's business, my boy. Misfit is a grown woman. She can handle hers.
Now hold on, wait, bro.
Now I already know what you're saying. You know, that's family. You know what I'm saying? I always get that.
I got you. Hold on.
When my big sister was in some shit, I had to answer for it a couple of times.
I'm just saying, you know, the politics behind the scenes. We don't know what's going on. I mean, wait. While we saying all this, Jazz is on the show Tuesday. So, Jazz, you got to answer some of these. What we talking about?
We talking about what? Hey,
when I tell
you, we get some of the most timely interviews in the culture.
You gotta address this. You feel me? But Cortez know the politics behind the scenes, and I'm not saying Jazz you sat here and did not take a bag to battle Misfit. You said no. Even Remy said, "Yo, the bagging tin was there," but she was like, "Yeah," you know what I'm saying? But we didn't even see you on Chrome. We seen the Bardashians on Chrome battling each other. So even still, it's not like Jazz said, "Nah, I don't want Misfit," and took another battle on Chrome. She just didn't battle at all.
And here's the thing. Just because, so what's the difference of ducking? What is the definition of ducking? Because just because I don't want to battle you doesn't mean I am ducking you. It just means you're not worth my time. You're not worth my energy. At this particular moment, there are other more appealing things for me to do, like.
I mean, respectfully, like you said, Misfit's been going for 3 years. Respectfully, I honestly want to see 2 battles happen for Jazz, and I know I can't get one of them this year, but somebody else has been on a run since they've been outside all year, and that's Shun. That's the only battle, hands down, I want to see Jazz up against because Shuni's been doing phenomenal all 2022.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. I think
I get, hold on, bro. I get that, you know, we want the Jazz and Misfit battle, or Misfit wants to battle, or Misfit getting phone calls saying like, "Yo, you the only one that could clip Jazz." Like, first of all, let's not act like Homecoming wasn't supposed to be in Atlanta. You feel me? So it's, even though it got catered to New York because of the headline, but it was really supposed to be in Atlanta. So there's no difference when saying like, "Yo, they changed the venue on the next step in the couple weeks of it coming up." Then Shuni's been outside all year and she's been catching wreck. She ain't choke, stumble. She been catching wreck. The Fawns battle, I got you. But still, like,
Head Ice was nasty too. I ain't gonna lie.
But she's still been catching more.
No, but overall, she's my number 2 for Woman of the Year. But my problem is the gap is so wide between Jazz and Shuni. Because you could arguably say that Shuni lost to Fonz. You could arguably say that Shuni lost to Kid Chaos. She did lose to Head Ice. People are making an argument that Jazz ain't lost a round since she been back.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm just saying they're making no argument. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. We know she got wins. She ain't lost since she been back.
It's true.
But you know, at the beginning of the year in 2022, right? We did an interview with Viixen, man. Shout out my girl Viixen. You know what I'm saying? Definitely been holding it down for the Midwest. You know what I'm saying? Holding it down for women's battle rap the last 2 years. But I ain't about to let you get away with that bullshit you tried to pull with that interview with Debo. Shout out OG Debo. But bring your fine ass here, ma'am. Let me holler at you. When we did this interview and people were talking about you battling an official or battling Jazz, you dogged official. You said, if I beat Jazz, I ain't even got a battle official. You was looking past, over, around, underneath. You were not looking at official. So don't get up here. No. Hold on. Let me get this. Don't get up here after the battle and tell us you ain't had no motivation for Jazz. You couldn't write for Jazz because at the beginning of the year, respectfully, you said Jazz was the end game. You said Jazz was the end game boss. But now you trying to say that you were struggling to write for it. Now you trying to say you more excited about this official battle. No, 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 no. Come here. You don't get to do that. You don't get to come out and say after you lost, well, if I would have won, I would have came out and said I didn't care about the battle. We don't believe you. Respect. I don't believe that. I believe that you went out there and you had the best material you probably could have put together in the time that you had. And I feel like a lot of your material was slept on in the building. However, that does not negate the fact that Jazz got that clear win over you. That also does not negate the fact that Official has been cooking in 2022. And that pendulum is starting to swing. You know what I'm saying? At the beginning, Viixen was up here and Official was down here. Now we starting to see some differences. You know what I'm saying? That's the balance beam of justice. Come on, son. Make it make sense.
Hey, hold on.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Shout out to Viixen. That's my girl, but I gotta keep it tall.
Yo, Vic, I got you right quick, right? But she also did say, even though that Official was doing bad, she still said I would take Official before I took Jazz. At the same time, because you know, when niggas like to quote stuff, they quote one thing, don't quote the other thing. I got you, Vic. Yo, she did say I would still take Official before I take Jazz. She did say that. At the same time, she been busy at Bags and Bodies. You feel me? They called her with the play. She had to fly out. She wasn't expecting the battle, but you know, I mean, she accepted the battle, and you know, she did good. It just wasn't enough. But we ain't gonna act like, you know what I'm saying. She did say, she said that she
all I'm saying is we gotta keep the same energy.
I got you.
This show is about consistency, my boy.
I got you.
And shout out OTF. What we supposed to do?
We couldn't forget the fine print of
what are we supposed to do? As a media platform, what are we supposed to do when they use our interviews to cite the sources?
Like I said, you gotta read the fine print where she still said she would have taken O before she took in Jazz. You feel me?
Okay, but what I'm saying is you can't sit here and say that now Official is the more important battle. Now you're more excited to battle Official than you were Jazz. You can't say that because you wasn't saying that when we did the interview. That's all I'm saying. You got clumped over the head. Take your lumps. You good. You got clumped over the head in New York. A lot of y'all did. A lot of y'all did. But you did the best out of all of them. They did get clumped over the head. We ain't gonna lie. But, man, make sure that y'all pull up this upcoming Tuesday. It's going down. Shout out to Martin Ashton. Shout out to my brother Deadass Talk, making sure that we secured the bag. Big bag, Jazz. You see the flyer going crazy. You see that crown.
Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Big Brooklyn in the building or Big Bag Jazz in the building on Tuesday. So you already know what it is, son. So y'all gotta make sure y'all tap in 8 o'clock on Tuesday. Cause it's lit. She got to answer these stuff, so cause it's
and yeah. Before we go, Misfit.
Wait, what happened?
Before we go, my verse. What the hell is wrong with you? Where you come from? How you think you get to talk to Jazz? Talking about you trying to talk bad about her taking Shice Raw. Who is you out here doing compliment battles? You out here doing battles where they telling you pretty and that your feet look good. You ain't out here battle rapping. You ain't out here degrading your opponent. You out here uplifting, giving confidence of life. You're not out here. You're not really with the shooters. Don't do that. You ain't shot nothing. Stop that. But y'all holler at us real soon, man. It's Deadass Talk. It's Mr. Check the Temperature, man. You already know the vibes, man. And we can't say we getting started because we damn sure been here.
You right.